Good evening, good evening, good evening. So we didn't make it to a live tonight. It is just too late, and I do not have the amount of time that I wanted to devote to doing a live, because sometimes the lives tend to go a little longer. So here we are doing just a regular video. How are all of you people doing tonight? I can tell you, it seems like this day has gone on forever. It feels like it has been the longest day of my life. I don't know if that's because I have been running all day between work and errands after work, and I just got home a little bit ago. But it has definitely been a very, very long day for me. So, I didn't really get a whole lot of chance to get as much content as I would have liked to have. I have watched a few videos of a new person that I have subscribed to. Some interesting stuff. Red Step Stacker. So you can find him on my channel list. I'm now subscribed to him as well. Some interesting stuff on there you might want to check out. I do want to kind of talk about something that kind of put me in a shockwave today. I read an article, and you know, we're all kind of, you know, we've all been kind of, and I've been talking about it in my videos, that we're in this waiting game transition, kind of waiting to see what's going to happen. And I kind of got jolted a little bit by this article that I read. And it kind of made me rethink some things that I'm still kind of mulling over and still kind of processing. I have not completely processed it yet. It talked about, you know, the question was, you know, it doesn't really matter if Q is real, if Q is not real. The questions posed was, you know, if we could sit down face to face with someone like, and they're using this as an example, someone like Donald Trump, and ask him point blank, you know, what's going on? Why, you know, are we waiting for something that's never going to happen? What should we be doing? What would that answer be? And of course, you have to leave that kind of up to your own imagination. But in this article story, you know, they were talking about the Patriot movement. And by no means am I bashing or dogging the Patriot movement. You know, the Patriot movement is a great thing. It has been a great thing. It is going to be ongoing, a great thing. But at the end of the day, why are we, and a friend of mine posted this, and it didn't hit me until I read it a different way. Why are we waiting for someone to save us when we should be saving ourselves? Why are we waiting for someone else to save our country when we can save our country ourselves? Why are we sitting at home doing nothing? I think the answer that was talked about in this makes a lot of sense. And again, I'm still really processing this. This has really kind of shook me to the core. Civil disobedience. And I'm not talking about violence, but civil disobedience. And I think that is resonating with me quite a bit. You know, I'm not taking the vaccine. I'm refusing to wear a mask. These are all forms of civil disobedience where we stand up and we say, no, I'm not going to do this. You're not going to force and impose this dictatorship on me where you say I have to do this. And I think when we take a stand like that, when we collectively go out to a store and say, no, I'm not going to wear a mask, there's one of two things that can happen. One, they don't let you in the store, and you say, okay, and you go to a store that will let you in. Or two, you walk in anyway. What are they going to do? Have you physically removed? Yes, and I see this every day. People have been conditioned by fear that this pandemic is so bad that people are afraid to leave their homes, and people are not leaving their homes. They've been told, if you have this condition, if you have that condition, it's not safe for you to leave your home. You need to stay at home. You need to not go out at all. Don't leave your house. It's too dangerous for you to leave your house. They have conditioned the general public with nothing but fear. Well, if you take this vaccine, it's going to make it all better. Well, it's an experimental vaccine. Civil disobedience saying, no, you don't have the right to force an experimental vaccine into my body. No. You don't have the right to force me to wear a mask on my face everywhere I go. No, you don't have the right to force me into my home. No, you don't have the right to fear me into being complicit with your agenda, which is the destruction of this country. So as patriots, what are we doing? Yes, we're spreading messages. Yes, we're collectively getting online and we're spreading messages, but what are we physically doing? There's militias popping up everywhere. There's, that's a form of civil disobedience, saying, if it comes to force, then, I'm ready to take my country back if needs be. So there's different facets of civil disobedience. And again, I'm still really processing all of that, just those few little lines out of that story that I read. I'm really processing and trying to get a grasp on where that's resonating with me and what that means. So I'm early on in the stages of doing that. And there probably will be more to come in the next few videos as I continue to process that. Because, again, like I have said in previous videos, I have family members and friends who have been forced to take the vaccine so that they can work. I know at my employer, I'm forced to wear a mask in public areas when I'm on the job site. So again, yes, when I go out in places, I don't wear a mask. I wear it as little as possible, but I have been forced. I have allowed myself to be forced into wearing it. So, where am I going to draw the line? And I know a lot of you all are there too. Where do we draw the line? Because I have to work. I have to work. I have to keep a paycheck coming in, to provide for my family. And I know a lot of you all are there too. So that's a scary thing. You know, I like my job. Um, but at the same time, if no one else in my organization, and it is a vast, vast organization, is willing to stand up and say no, you know, the repercussions. Can I afford to lose my job over not wearing a mask? You know, so processing these things. You know, again, I'm still processing these things. Um, but I do believe in power in numbers, and I believe that yes, when we go out in stores and you're not wearing a mask, yes, I get dirty looks. And yes, I know that there's people out there that think I am a horrible person, that I'm spreading all these germs, and that I am intent on killing people. But I also think about how many people deep down are looking at me saying, wow, she's not going to do it. How many people am I empowering to do the same thing just by not wearing the mask? So again, they've got us to the point where we're so divided and we're so afraid to talk about it for fear of repercussions or being judged, that we're not having those conversations. And as a patriot movement, I think we need to have those conversations. So that's kind of my food for thought for the night, because I am still really, really processing it. And I thank my friend, and I'm not going to mention her name, for putting that out a while ago, and me just being too thick-headed to really let it resonate and sit in. You know, that no one's coming to save us. We have to save ourselves. So you know who you are, and I know that you tune into this. So thank you for that insight, and I appreciate it. And you need to know that, because I know we've had the conversation before that people think you're crazy, and you're not. You are not crazy by any means. And I've told you that before. But again, you know, it took it being in another context and me being able to relate it back to what you said for that light bulb to kind of click on. So again, thank you for that wisdom and that insight, because it makes me realize that there's many more people out there that are going through this thought process and on this journey and feeling the same way, that it really is up to us, and it's what we're doing, and it's our actions. It's not just our words, it's our actions. And that takes a whole lot of soul searching. So thank you. And you know who you are. So so I appreciate you. And so yeah, that's been interesting for me today, and it's going to be interesting in the coming days for me. So I just kind of wanted to throw that out there really quick. That's all I've really got for tonight. But I hope that anybody that watches this kind of really thinks about that. And I hope that maybe it resonates with some of you as much as it resonated with me today. And drop your thoughts, drop your comments. Maybe we can have a conversation in the comments about it. Maybe when I get to do my next live, that can be something that we talk about. Because I think that's where we are. I still hope that something is coming, and I haven't given up hope on that yet. But I think we all need to face the reality of the possibility that, you know, this is in our hands now. We the people. and we need to start figuring out what we're going to do about that and how we're going to achieve the goal ourselves. So I hope you're blessed. I hope you are well. I hope you have a great night. I'm going to get in some really deep meditative prayer tonight and try to kind of work this stuff out in my head. I encourage all of you all, again, always, deep meditative prayer. It's one of the best things you can do for yourself. So I encourage you to do that as often and as much as you possibly can. Be well, be safe, be strong, and I will catch you again on the next video, and hopefully we'll be posting up a live soon. So have a wonderful night, and thanks for watching. Bye, guys.